Alright guys, so this is my first video. um, got my trapping license today. I've been doing a lot of research. I got my trapping license here. It says it's good to August 31st, and I paid $19 from Cabela's. And so anyways, I just kind of want to go over the stuff that I have here. And this is just like my starter kit, whatever, my basic traps. I don't have a whole bunch. I don't plan on doing a whole bunch of trapping, but I definitely gonna do it. So I was a fabricator in the past, so I can make a lot of stuff like my stakes and things like that. So I'm gonna kind of just go through here and show you what I got, and what I'm doing, and the process, and everything like that. And then you guys tell me what I need to work on as far as going off what I have now, to maybe some tips that will help these traps work better. Okay, so I bought these traps brand new. I picked up this one today. This one today. These are both Bridgers. This is a Bridger 160. The Bridger T3. Um, it just the only traps that I've seen were these Dukes, and I mean they looked pretty good when I first got them. But I went to Cabela's, saw these Bridgers, and I noticed that they were just much higher quality. If you look at the chain on this one, I mean, this is for coon. This is a dog proof. And then look at the chain on this one. I know this chain's not going to break. No fox or anything like that's going to break that. But still, just the quality is. This is a lot thicker. The swivels are a lot thicker. Look, let's just do a side-by-side comparison. So let's go with this here. You're probably going to wonder why my traps are all rusty like that, but upon my research, I was coming to the conclusion that they needed to get a layer of rust on them before I boiled them, and then dyed them and waxed them, or yeah, dyed and then waxed. Okay, so anyways, back to what I was talking about. This swivel here looks about the same diameter. This Bridger might be a little thicker. However, this right here is definitely thinner on the Duke. Which, I mean, the Duke, I caught my first fox on that one right there. So you can see a little bit of the fur still. I did night latch it. And what else I did? I did adjust the pan to where it's flat. You can see it's almost pretty much level with it. So I think I'm going to use these, until the end of the season, probably the end of the summer, or when they get a little bit more rust. And then I'll go ahead and boil them, and then and wax them. So, but with this one out here, I guess I'm just going to use these until they get some rust on them, and then I'll boil these and wax these as well. So, one thing I noticed, the chain is a lot not as heavy duty on this one, but also considering the trap, since it is a body grip trap, it's not going to be hanging on there for very long. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, my son came out and had some questions for me. Anyways, but what I was saying was that this once it grabs an animal, the animal's not going to be fighting very long or very hard. It's going to be kind of just choking and out. So it's not going to live very long. So I'm guessing that's why this chain isn't as heavy duty. So this is the Bridger 160, which, it seems well built, but all of them that I saw were pretty similar. So I'm guessing these are all. It's kind of hard to, notice a difference in quality, except for maybe thicker material here. Now, I did notice on this one that this one is a solid trap. It's like I said, these swivels, the chain, everything on it. It just seems like it's very well built. So right now it's set up on the pull trigger. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that and see how it works. I might go ahead and modify it to where it's a push pull, but I'm gonna start off with just the basics. Just leave it just like that. If you guys know of anything I should do right off the bat to modify it, or any tips, I'd greatly appreciate it. But another thing, okay, so I have a 1.5, a 1.5, and then I got a number 2. So looking at the bridgers that I saw over at Cabela's, I think I want to go that route. They just look so much more well built, you know. So I'm probably slowly from now on. I think I'm just gonna buy the bridgers. So these are the stakes that I made. This one's probably 20 inches. This one's not very long. This one's probably 12 inches. And I had this one on this 1.5. This is actually what I caught my first fox on. My first and only so far. Pounded that in the ground and just hooked that up like that. And yeah, I went out the next morning and there she was. I caught her in my backyard. So this one's a little bit longer. I think I'm going to go ahead and go to the store tomorrow, Home Depot, buy some rebar and make some out of that. But for the fox that I caught, I used this 1.5 with this fox gland lure. I left some chicken gizzards out for a few days till I got a little stinky. I did a dirt hole set, stuck them in there, buried it, used a piece of Kleenex or a tissue paper, non-scented tissue paper to cover it up. And I dug the hole and everything with this neat little tool. I got this from my mother-in-law for Christmas a few years back. It's been sitting in my garage ever since. I said, well, what the hell am I going to do with this? Well, this thing folds up nicely. If you look at it here, you can see it folds up. Then I can fold it up like this, and then that would pack really compact and still get the job done. I can use it as a pick like this, straight, or I can flip it and use it as a shovel, and then it locks into place. So that's a plus there. I got that. I don't have a mallet. I mean, I was a mechanic for like 10 years. You would think I had a big hammer, but I don't know where they've all gone to. So I used this. This is a big steel wedge, splitting wedge. So I used this to pound these stakes in. And this is a little homemade sifter I made out of just a little cookie pan. I cut it out and put some little expanded metal in there, and away I went. So there's that. I have this. I bought this today. I don't know how good it's gonna work, but I imagine it's gonna work all right. I'm gonna use this along with maybe some cat food and marshmallows, and I'm probably gonna put the white plastic cup or white styrofoam cup over the dog proof when I set it. And I'm gonna probably stake it down with one of these. I don't know if I should set it down with this big one or this short one, or maybe I'll just make it out of the new ones. But after these get all rusted up, I think that's what, and I'll boil them, and then I'll go ahead and dye them, wax them, and I'll be good to go. I got this Minnesota brand here, shellfish oil. I was kind of hoping they had a bigger bottle of it with like a squirt bottle, you know, that I can kind of squirt it around. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of trapping. This is mostly recreational for me. And then I'm going to tan the hides and, you know, make a little Daniel Boone hat for my son. And I told my daughter I'd make her a fox fur jacket. And the reason I got into this trapping, I have chickens, and I had fox issues. Well, I tried catching a fox with live traps. Well, they outsmarted me twice. They'd go in there and get the dead chicken, pull it out, set the trap, and I would not have anything in the trap. So I started going online looking at videos. The one big one that I noticed was Sam Woods Outdoors. I saw him, and he got me into the coons. He made me want to start trapping coons. But I had to stay focused on the fox. Because that was my main goal, was to get these fox out of my backyard. And they seemed like they were coming in every night. I heard them yelping. So I'm gonna use that. I walked down this trail by my house. There's actually a beaver pond down there. I never knew it was there. It's kind of ducked off in the cut, but so I'm gonna use this along trails. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. I think maybe it's called a blind set, or maybe just a trail set where you just set it up in the trail. But I think I'm gonna have to get some setters for these because I don't know, maybe I'm not doing it right, but I just don't feel comfortable. I feel like I'm gonna get fucked up one of these days by something in here is gonna pinch me and, you know, rip me open. So I'm still working on that, and this, you know, so these I'm real familiar with now. I messed with them and I night latched them Let's see, this one night latched. No, so okay, so just the one I used, I night latched. So, but yeah, that's it. I got the tail stripper here. If you guys have any comments or any recommendations, I would appreciate it. I'm probably gonna keep all this in like maybe a toolbox or some kind of backpack or a bag or some kind of pack, and then stakes. Also, another question I had was I looked on Texas Parks and Wildlife because I'm here in North Texas, but I didn't see anything about putting tags on your traps. So I'm not sure if that's what I need to do. If I need to put tags on them, I definitely don't want to be breaking any rules. So before I go out setting all these things, I'm gonna actually, I have a game warden friend. I'll probably call him and ask him. And then I got this from my father-in-law. I was gonna try to use it, but these springs are kind of weak. I don't know if it'll still work or not, but I wanted my son to use it, and maybe he could catch his first fox or coon or something on it. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Use a trap that his great-great-grandfather used, and it's an old Victor, I believe. It's probably what the V stands for. Maybe it's like a 1.5, or yeah, it looks like about a 1.5, but the long spring. But yeah, that's it. I pretty much dug my dirt hole set with this thing, and then I made a V shape, with sticks and little twigs. I dug the little hole out, stuck chicken gizzards in there, put some brush in there, little leaves or whatnot, and then I stacked it up, in a V shape, leading right up to the hole at a 45-degree angle down in there, about 6 inches. Put a couple gizzards down there and covered it up, and then I set my trap right there. I bedded it down nice and solid with this down rod going right underneath it, so the chain was coiled up underneath it. And then I night latched it, set it down, put a piece of tissue paper over the pan, sifted my dirt, my topsoil that I had from one of my gardens that I haven't planted yet. So I used that to cover it up, and then I got a little bit of this gland lure, this fox. I guess it's gland lure. It's gray fox. It smells like shit. It smells horrible. So anyways, I got a little stick, stuck it in there, and kind of threw it in the hole. Well, the next morning when I went out, I had 2 fox out there. One of them took off, and the other one, kind of, you know how it goes when you got one in the trap. But anyways, this is my story, and this is my setup that I have right here, and I hope to have a lot of success. I really, showed, got a bunch of interest as I was watching all these videos of people trapping, and it seems like I think this is going to be my next hobby. So if you would, I'm going to make a new YouTube channel right now. If you could like it and maybe comment and subscribe, and let me know, give me some tips or some links or other stuff like that. I've probably seen all the YouTube videos there is, but basically that's it. And that's what I got. I'll post a picture of the fox that I caught. It's a gray fox. Well, I'll add it in the video here. It'll be at the very end. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to make more videos soon of my trapping experiences. I'm gonna take my boy along with me. He's 8 years old, and we're gonna have lots of fun. Thanks for watching.